man is back.
Oh, okay, boys. Oh my gosh, the man got that stuff. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard.
This is your boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. Back at it with another Pokemon Unite commentary video gameplay for you guys here on YouTube. And we got some PlayStation news. But I don't know if this is good PlayStation news or bad PlayStation news. Or in this case, what the fuck PlayStation news? I generally have no idea. So, what's going on now? So, in case you haven't heard, there's rumors. Nothing is official yet. Nothing is official yet. But there are rumors that the PlayStation 5 Pro is coming. It is coming. Now, when? Again, these are just rumors. We don't know when it's coming. Could be this year. But as far as we know, based on the rumors, it is coming. It is happening. It's going to be a thing. So, very interesting stuff if I do say so myself. And here's why this is really interesting. Going back to an article that CNET.com posted, and this article was posted last month, February the 17th, to be exact. It was quoted. Naomi Matsuoka, how you pronounce the last name? Matsuoka, who is the Sony senior vice president, he said this in a conference call, and this was reported by Bloomberg. He said, and I quote, "Looking ahead, PS5 will enter the latter stage of its life cycle." So that means that at some point between this year and next year, they're going to pull the plug on the PS5 and come out with the PS6. Just by hearing that. And this ain't a reporter saying this. This ain't a YouTuber saying this. This ain't a random PlayStation fanboy saying this. This is Senior Vice President of Sony PlayStation, who said this in a conference call. Now, could he be mistaken? Yeah. Could Sony change their minds and stick with the PS5 a little bit longer? Yeah. But the fact that he said this and the evidence that backed this up, you have to scratch your head in terms of why are we hearing rumors about a PlayStation 5 Pro? So, in case you want to know about this evidence, so check this out. Going back to the article, the very beginning of the CNET.com article, game consoles don't last forever, but the Sony PS5 isn't your average game console. When it was released in 2000, by the way, 2020, it saw so much demand that the Japanese gaming giant took 3 years to finally make enough available consoles for all the eager buyers. But every console has a lifespan. On Wednesday, Sony announced that its 4-year-old PlayStation 5 was missing sales targets and that it will likely struggle even more this year. The company saw weaker than expected holiday sales and cut its PS5 sales forecast for the year ending in March to 21 million units, down from an expected 25 million units. The company also said it expects a gradual decline in unit sales in the next financial year, in part because it doesn't plan to release any of its own major franchise titles during that time, which is very interesting. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Now moving on towards the article, further in the article where they talk about Sony's plans for the PS5. Sony's statement didn't define what exactly it means for the PS5 to enter, quote unquote, the latter stage of its life cycle, end quote, other than to say that it will, quote unquote, put more emphasis on the balance between profitability and sales, end quote. And the company didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. The good news is that broadly, Sony have offered years of support for older consoles. The PS5, for example, can play, quote unquote, a overwhelming majority, end quote, of PS4 games, no matter if they were bought on disc or digital. We don't know yet if the inevitable PlayStation 6 will offer the same capabilities, but it's likely Sony will want to keep that future. It's also not clear why Sony decided to share this news with so little detail, as if certainly no nose gamers will grab onto any tidbit about their console of choice rather. So there you go with that. So that was about the whole comment about the PlayStation 5 is entering the latter stages of its life cycle. But yet again, we're hearing stuff about the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, here's what was said about the PlayStation 5 Pro. I don't remember who said it, but apparently, the key word here is apparently, the PlayStation 5 Pro will be stronger than the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X combined. And when I say X, I mean X as in xylophone, not S as in Sam. In between the two, X as in xylophone is more powerful than S as in Sam. So in case y'all wondering, it was said that the PlayStation 5 Pro will be stronger or more powerful than the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X combined. That's what was said. So, knowing that, then why would anybody say that, or why would they say that the PlayStation 5 entering the latter stages of its cycle? We only 4 years in, because normally consoles last for like at least maybe 6 or 7 years. So, yeah, keep that in mind, folks. Keep that in mind. So, I don't know. So, what should we believe here? That's the question. What in the world should we believe here regarding the PlayStation 5 entire life cycle? Like, are we at the point where we should expect the PlayStation 6 coming out? Or should we expect the PlayStation 5 Pro to drop? And even with that, if what was said about it is true, the fact that it's going to be more powerful than the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X combined, should you get it? That's the question. Should you get it? And then here's another thing you got to consider as well. Unless something, I know Xbox or Microsoft had that court case where they had to reveal a bunch of stuff that they had in the works. One of them was like a redone version of the Xbox Series X. And I believe S is where I don't remember. But it appears that there will not be an Xbox Series X Pro. Like they Xbox, Microsoft, that is, they're done making consoles for this generation. If they were apparently, I'm not sure how legit that is, but if that is true, then it's perfectly makes sense for PlayStation to not only come out with a PlayStation 5 Pro, but to have it come out knowing that Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out next year. So to have people be hype about Grand Theft Auto 6 to play that game with those graphics, again, if what was said about this PlayStation 5 Pro is true, you can bundle both games and sell them to a lot of people. And a lot of people will get it. Whether they have a PlayStation 5, any version of it, by the way, or not. Or not. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Keep that in mind. So this is going to be very interesting. I don't know what to do. So first and foremost, we don't know what to believe here in terms of the PlayStation 5 entering the latter cycles of the year. Because we don't know, there's latter cycles, the latter stages of the cycle, rather. We don't know what that means. They are so vague about that. Sony are. We don't know what that means. We have no clue what that means. It could, they could be moving on to the PS6 this year, next year, or the year before, or the year after that, rather. We don't know. We don't know if there is a PlayStation 5 Pro in the works. We don't know either. So, bottom line is this. I wouldn't panic. I wouldn't do anything until we get some announcements. But what I will more likely say is this. If the PlayStation 5 Pro drops, and you're afraid that the PlayStation 6 will drop like a year after that or 2 years after that, I would probably say get it. Even if you have a PS5. So in my case, I have a PS5 already. I would probably see about transferring my data over to the PlayStation 5 Pro and get it. Because if what they said is true, and that this system going to be stronger than the PS5 and the Xbox Series X combined, we talking about some serious hardware here. And I'll be honest, that would probably be my last gaming console I would get, because PC. I mean, PC is like the superior one. And unlike Sony, unlike Microsoft, and unlike Nintendo, you can do mobile games for free. Like, if you have internet, you can play online for free, as opposed to getting a Xbox Live membership or a PlayStation, what is it, Plus Now or PlayStation, whatever it's called, that membership, or the Nintendo Switch Online service, blah, blah, blah. All that crap just to play online. Where on PC, you can just do that for free. So it's like, it's a more powerful system, the PC is, and you can play online for free. And it's like, and you can mod your games. Now, granted, Nintendo systems, that's different, because unless you have some type of emulator or ROM, something like that, you can't play Nintendo games on PC. So that's one thing. But normally with PlayStation games and Xbox games, especially Xbox games, you can play those on PC. So there's that. That's my thoughts on that situation. And I'm going to call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know this is this boy New J Gatsby, aka New Steve Nate Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.